what gives you the greatest hope that we as a society can move towards shared humanity and shared accountability? And we'll close on that note. Assuming that you're hopeful.
Did you want to say a word?
Assuming that you're hopeful.
Well, let me say this, that I have never been optimistic. Never. There's a million African bodies at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, can never be recovered. Never. The Jewish brothers, Germany, Poland, each life precious, they're gone, never come back. Indigenous peoples, few million left, started with 12 million, 15, 20 million, you see. So optimism has to do with somehow being able to project some grand possibility that wipes all away the memory of the profound suffering and misery that's already in place, you see. And that's why hope for me is never the same as optimism. You see, I am a prisoner of hope. I have nothing to do with optimism, which means I have nothing to do with pessimism, because optimism and pessimism go hand in hand. That's why I'm a blues man. Been down so long, the down don't worry me no more. That's why I keep keeping on. That's called hope. Curtis Mayfield said, keep on pushing. That's not optimistic claim. That's an existential hope that sustains him because he still loves, and the love hasn't been crushed to such a degree that it can't bounce back. That's a tradition that I come out of quite. And therefore, when I look at you all and see and know the work that you do, you haven't been crushed. Unfortunately, we live in a society, market-driven. Everybody's up for sale. Everything is up for sale. But there's certain things that are non-market called love and integrity and trust and fidelity and magnanimity, greatness of character. And you all still enact that to the degree to which it has not been wiped out. Try again, fail better.
The only thing I'd add to that on this question of hope, and I want to, sure, please. The only thing I'd quickly add to that, and I'll end where we began tonight, at least where I began, and that is telling you how my life and career here got started in LA as an intern working for Tom Bradley, and all that I've been blessed to accomplish since then, 1985, starting with Tom Bradley in this city, and now this year celebrating 20 years in the broadcast business. We start this book, the very first page of the book starts out talking about how poverty became such an important issue for each of us and why it resonates with us on such a personal level. And Dr. West tells the story in the introduction of his experience, his work with poor people in Sacramento, even as a child, and as a young person working in the breakfast program with the Black Panthers in Sacramento and Oakland. So he tells his story about his experience with poverty. I tell my story in the introduction about growing up in poverty. I grew up in a family with 9 brothers and sisters. There are 10 kids, my mother, my father, and my grandmother, who we called Big Mama. So 13 of us in a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom trailer. Tavis and his 7 younger brothers in 1 bedroom. My 2 sisters, Pam and Phyllis, and Big Mama in the 2nd bedroom. My mother and father in the 3rd bedroom. 13 people in a trailer park, the only black family for miles around. But I grew up in a trailer park with this 1 bathroom in poverty. The whole gambit, holes in the shoes and hand-me-down clothes and all of that, which isn't worth going into now. But I make the point in the beginning of the book that I am an example that even when you can't be optimistic, and I agree with Doc, optimism and hope are 2 different things. But we close on this note, even when you can't be optimistic, and for many Americans there is no reason right now to be optimistic. There's nothing that they can see, feel, or touch that gives them reason to believe that things are going to get better. But even in light of that, we have to hold on to hope. We are Christians, as Doc said earlier. We didn't come to proselytize. One of my favorite Bible verses in Hebrews says that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That's hope to me, the evidence of things not seen. And I'm an example, I'm a living witness that you can build, no matter how poor you start out, you can build a whole life on hope. You can build a life on hope. But I've also come to realize all these years later that even hope needs help. You can build a life on hope, but even hope needs help. And we, you, me, we are the help that hope needs. And we provide that help by being committed to this cause and by using our platforms, our voices, everything we have to raise the issue of the poor higher on the American agenda. And there is no time better than the present to do just that.